Hello and welcome to the Penguin Rundown. My name's Zach Humphreys. We'll start this week with a player spotlight on the football side. Let's take a look at the tight end, Will Shaw. There you see the numbers on Will Shaw this past season. Climbed up to 429 yards receiving. Those 35 catches led the team. But the real story here for Shaw, he's headed to the Casino del Sol College All-Star Game. And I'll tell you what, Will Shaw has a bright future, hopefully at the next level in the NFL. As we now transition into men's basketball, we take a look at last year's box score between the matchup we'll see tonight on Thursday. Youngstown State versus Detroit last year, 64-61. The Penguins beat the Titans in the first meeting, and Detroit was able to bounce back and win by 2 in the second meeting. A little higher scoring game. That's the game that Detroit wants to play. They want to get up and down the floor. As we take a look now at the second round of the tournament last year, here's another box score for you. Detroit really got up and down the floor in this one, 93-76. They beat the Penguins. We'll see what happens here tonight. We take a look at the season stats for both of these teams. There you see the Penguins doing a great job of rebounding the basketball, and they've stressed that all season. See if that trend continues here for the Penguins. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule now, we already talked about Detroit. Penguins are going to hit the road then at Green Bay and at Milwaukee. Remember, 4 of the Penguins' first 5 games on the road. They currently sit at 1-1. Let's take a look at those full standings for you. There you see Wright State up top at 3-0. All those games have been played at home, but still a good start for the Raiders. Detroit 2-0, Valparaiso 2-1, Youngstown State at 1-1, Loyola, UIC, Cleveland State, and Green Bay all at 1-2, and Milwaukee still winless in the conference at 0-2. As now for women's basketball, they now will begin their Horizon League play as well on the road at Valparaiso. Let's take a look at a few box scores. Here you see from last year, the Penguins 55-48 in the first meeting and 64-58 in that second meeting. Valparaiso, a team that the Penguins beat twice, and the only team the Penguins beat twice in conference play last season. And let's take a look at the women's standings now on the Horizon League side. And Green Bay, Cleveland State have played a few games along with Detroit and UIC. Green Bay and Cleveland State beat those two. They start 1-0 in the conference. As you see, Detroit and UIC at the bottom at 0-1. But Youngstown State, of course, right there at the top in there, in the top 5 at 10-3 overall, best start in 15 years. So we'll see if the Penguins can keep it going here in the Horizon League. Earlier, I had a chance to catch up with Monica Tuvel, of course, the YSU women, like we mentioned, hit the road for Valparaiso. Let's see what Monica had to say. Hello and welcome to the Coaches Court. I'm Zach Humphreys, standing alongside Monica Tuvel, and as the Penguins open up Horizon League play, let's talk about the non-conference record first, Monica. A great start, 10-3, best in 15 years.
It feels good. It really gives us a lot of confidence going into this conference play. You know, we haven't experienced this, not anybody, not the seniors. You know, the freshmen, of course, are new, and it's just really exciting.
You know, how do you prepare differently now that Horizon League play is coming up?
We don't have any days to waste. We have to get in the gym, learn the other team's plays, guard them correctly, run our offense correctly. But it is exciting, and I think everyone has been taking it serious so far.
You know, you look at all good teams and, you know, players know their role. Do you sense that this is a team that has players like that?
I definitely feel like that. People know what they need to do. You know, we need Brandy to get points and rebounds every game, but every other person has something that contributes to this team. And if somebody, you know, is having an off night, I know somebody else will step up and take care of it.
What's your role?
Shooting, of course. But, you know, I don't always have a hot hand, but I trust my teammates, you know, will be there for me when I'm not knocking down shots, and I'll be there for them when they're not knocking down shots.
Obviously, you have some new players. Obviously, a very nice freshman in Sheree Davis. Talk about the biggest difference you think, maybe aside from the talent that's came in from last year to this year.
Well, you know, Sheree is a freshman. She's doing a great job. We're really, you know, pushing her in practice to step up and be a point guard because that is a hard job. She has to call out the plays, you know, set everything up for us. And at first, she was a little timid, I would say, but she's definitely stepping up and calling out the plays, and I think the team really respects that.
All right, well, thanks so much for joining us, Monica.
Thank you.
The Penguins open up Horizon play at Valparaiso. And, of course, you can hit the Gwins up on Twitter at YSU Sports. Log on to YSUsports.com for anything else Gwins. And, of course, as always, my name is Zach Humphreys, and go Gwins.